Hello, fish fans. This lesson is going to be awesome. Okay, this lesson is going to be awesome. But hear me out. There's a lot to do. This is how to solo, really in the style of Trey Anastasio, with that iconic Trey, fun, tension-building sound where he's soloing and climbing and bringing the crowd up and up and up and up and up, and then almost there, and then they get the big crescendo and the lights come up and the crowd goes nuts. This is an introductory lesson to it, but it's going to cover a lot of ground, and we're going to use actually the song Kill Devil Falls. Now let's talk about why Kill Devil Falls. Why did I pick that song? Well, there's hundreds of Fish songs, and to be honest, you got to learn every note to a Fish song if you want to cover it live, right? So Kill Devil Falls is not the hardest song to learn, and it has, the jam at the end has the biggest component of what Trey does, which is that 7th chord progression, and there it is right there. So let's talk. So if you're in a Fish cover band, or if you want to be in a Fish cover band, or if you want to jam to a song with your friends, you can learn Kill Devil Falls quite easily. Let's get to what's happening. So the ending of the song is the jam starts on the C7 chord, and it goes to a B flat major. That part, and then Trey comes, right, and then starts going. So I didn't start off this video with the example lesson, but I'm going to do it right now, and you can understand. Now, first of all, it's a backing track. Number 2, my guitar is clean; it's not distorted. Number 3, I don't have Fish behind me, which I wish I did. But you'll get the idea of what we're going to accomplish. Here we go. Here it comes. How he keeps on climbing up and up and up till he's like false resolves, and then takes you to the root notes. Let's get to it. There's a lot to do. I will have, again, I know I put charts in the descriptions if you want to click on them and get them. I'll put this stuff on a chart if you need to, but there's a lot of ground to cover. This ain't no simple task. Okay, so get excited. Here we go. Okay, so C7 chord. What the heck is that? Well, if you're like me, you study Trey. Okay, you have wondered what he was doing. So everyone goes, well, Trey loves mixolydian mode, and that is true, but there's a reason. Let's talk. This is C7 chord. Okay, C7 chord is a major chord with a flat 7, and if you were to equate that with scales, a major chord would go with the major scale, and a 7th chord would go with a mixolydian scale, because a mixolydian scale is a major chord with a flat 7. It's the scale form of this chord, so C7. All right, so now, why is that special? Well, here's the trick. Here it is. He is using, just like in my blues tricks, just like in videos and many of my videos, chord tones. Okay, chord tones are the answers to all of your solos. The end. But if you want to do it in style of Trey, pay attention. Here's your C7 chord. I'm going to use my pinky note here. The frets are 8, 10, 8 on the D, 9 on the G, 11 on the B, and 10 on the E. Oh, by the way, I want to say hi to I Am Zax. I met you at the Fish show. Hi. It was very nice. Nice to meet you. All right, anyway. So here's your C7 chord. All right. And you want to know where those notes are. Now, we're going to learn this this concept in 2 places. If I were to do it all over the guitar neck, it would be 5 hours long. So we're not going to do that. All right, so here we go. C7 chord. There it is. And know where those notes are. Now, Trey lands. Now, when you're playing a 7th chord, there are 2 types of scales that you can use to to solo, and they give you different sounds. The first one is a mixolydian scale. That's not what Trey's using actually in the song. What Trey's using is what we the blues style, where we're putting a minor shape, a minor type of chord on top of a seventh chord, which you can do. And in case you're wondering where the heck did that come from, just watch some of my other videos. They're there. Okay, I can't put it. I can't like stack everything in this video, it'll be way too long again. So he's going to use a minor scale. Well, what type of minor scale? Okay, well, he's actually using a Dorian mode on top of this. Why a Dorian? Oh, well, okay, so it's a minor scale. It gives the grit of the blues sound when it's on top of a seventh chord, and it has Trey's favorite note in it, which is that major 6. If you watch my fish sand video, it's there. So, very briefly, here is your C Dorian scale. Okay, 8, 10, 11... 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, excuse me, 8, 10, 11, 8, 10, 11, oh my gosh, all right, so I'll do it one more time, 8, 10, 11, 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, 8, 10, 11, 8, 10, 11, but really, what he's really using, if you look here, all those notes, okay, are in really that minor pentatonic, okay, the minor pentatonic, and all he's using really is he's putting in that major 6, that 10th fret of the B. He's really using a minor pentatonic, and he's putting in the 10th fret. Really, that's at the end, and you can put that guy in there. Oh, sorry, but really he's just using that. So in the soloing, okay, so he's using the minor pentatonic with the major 6 of the Dorian mode. That's pretty safe, 90%, okay? I hope that made sense. So now, he's also bringing in the chord tones, and he's using the major 3rd just like in blues trick number 1. So you hear him soloing, and I'll put the backing track on. Here's the solo with the minor pentatonic, the major 6 of the Dorian, and the chord tones, that major 3rd, okay? That guy there, right there. So this is everything combined to that scale. Here we go. I hope this all makes sense. Here we go. All right, hybrid scale time. Hybrid scale alert. Pentatonic, major 6th of the Dorian, and the major 3rd of the chord. Okay, that's part 1. Part 2, the chord tones. Bam, remember those chord tones. What he's going to do is, Trey has a very distinct style of soloing where he puts in 3 phrases, like during the bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3 phrases that are very similar, and then he climbs up to the next chord tone on the 4th bar. And now, so if you listen here is, let's see, 1, here's the chord tones. Let's see if I can play it right. I have, let's see, I have, there's a root note here. Okay, it's not in the chord, but there's a root note in the pentatonic. Major 3rd, 5, and 5, 7. So I'm going to climb from the 1 to the 3, and then to the 5, and to the 7. Now the dominant chord itself is very, like, I call it A1 steak saucy. It has a very, like, unstable sound until you hit that root note. Listen to the resolve. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to phrase like Trey a little bit. I'm going to hit a chord tone, and then I'm going to phrase a little more, hit the next chord tone, build some tension, and then next chord tone. And here we go. So you can hear I'm using my chord tones, my 1s, 3s, and 5s. I'm really stalling a lot on the 7, okay? And so here, so I hope that all made sense so far. Form 1 pentatonic, using the major 6 of the Dorian, major 3rd of the C7 chord, and you're soloing, and you're stopping on either, really you're stopping on the 3, the 5, or the 7, as you build this tension. Now, we're going to do the same thing next place. You got to do it up here. Okay, I'm taking you 2 places. So let's go up here to this 15th fret. So we got to do a couple things first. You got to learn where your C7 chord is. Well, it's really tight, but it's, let's see, 15, 17, 15, 17, 15. It's even hard to play, but you got to imagine it. Your chord is 15, 17, 15, 17, and then 15, okay? So, there's your C7 chord. Let's go over the C minor pentatonic in the shape, which is a form 4. Starting on the 3rd fret, you have 15, 18, 15, 18, 15, 17, 15, 17, 16, 18, 15, 18. Okay, so let's talk about where that that Dorian. Okay, so the Dorian note, here's 18. Dorian note that we're going to use is right here in the 17. Okay, so it's the minor pentatonic. Okay, Dorian note, back to pentatonic, and then the major third of the chord. Oh god, it's so hard to see with the pinky, and I guess I'll write this in the chart. It'll be down in the description. Okay, the C7 chord that he's visualizing to help build that tension, because he loves that. The major third is going to be right here on the 17th fret of the B string. So you have this pentatonic. Now I'm just throwing in those particular ones. Okay, this is Trey's sound. Okay, so you have the minor pentatonic, C minor pentatonic root note here is here in the A string. Minor third, major third, pentatonic note. Major 6, the Dorian. Okay, so now I see my C7 chord. Alright, I want to use those chord tones, by the way. I do want to let you know those chord tones are important, but that 18th fret of the high E string is a chord tone as well. You can play a C7 chord kind of like this. It's so hard to see. It really is up here, and even if I got really close, I mean, like, it's hard to see. But the chord tones are going to be 15, 17, 15, 17, 15, 18. Again, starting the A string, 15 and 17, 15, 17, 15, 18. So I'm going to use the pentatonic. I'm going to use the Dorian 6. I'm going to use the major third of the chord tones, and I'm going to use the 5 and the 7 of the chord, the 1, 3, 5, 7. Again, it'll be in the chart below. I told you this is a nasty lesson, but this is how it works. Here it is in the form 4. There, I took that last note in that form 4 pentatonic, and I brought it up to the 2 frets up to the resolve. Okay, so which is fret 20. That's your C, and I took it up there at the end. So this is the magic of Trey, and I hope that my Fish fans are going, yeah, that's it, because if you don't listen to Fish, you're like, what the heck was that? Okay, so we have the concept that Trey's using, Kill Devil Falls. And again, he uses this concept, but he changes up a lot of things. In a lot of songs, it's like his favorite thing to do concept-wise, but every song is dependent on what chords and what stuff to use. So we're going to take it slow. So for Kill Devil Falls, all right, we have C minor pentatonic, okay, form 1, form 4. We're bringing in the major thirds of the chords that sit right on top of it, the C7 chord, which the jam is based on. So you use the major third in your soloing because it sounds great. You're going to bring in the major 6 of the Dorian mode. It's Trey's favorite. It's his favorite note, okay? And then we're going to stall. You're going to write these riffs. Do-da-da, do-da-da, do-da-da. Instead of hitting the 1, you're going to hit one of those chord tones. And this is it. So here it is again. I'll try and do it in both positions. I hope it made sense. I hope it sounds right. In your comments, let me know. You know, it's important. This whole YouTube channel really was started around Fish and the Grateful Dead. So hopefully I'm doing you guys justice and you're enjoying it. And here we go. It's also huge. Lots of fun. I really hope you enjoyed that. Made sense. I know it went quick. Use the rewind button. Nervous. Hope you guys like it. Bye-bye.